Well, the gang's all here. What's up? Bardown Breakdown is back in the saddle, and we have 75% of the best tour package that's coming to a city near you in just about 5 or 6 weeks time. So we are super stoked. We got our homie Walter here from Frontside. We've got our homie Seth here from Sleave. We've got our homie Justin from Outatime, and at some point, someone from the Crease Rule will be joining us. Might be Kyle. Apparently, he's really wine drunk somewhere in Vancouver, so he'll probably pop in to tell us all about how, fucking Canadian hockey is better than American hockey, and he'll make fun of my room, and then he'll leave. That's So I'm not giving him the satisfaction of seeing my room today. He's got to look at Chicago. So, boys, thank you for joining us. Super pumped to have you guys. Really pumped to talk about the Bardown Break Tour and the Bardown BreakFest. Really haven't had the opportunity to get everybody on from this awesome tour package. So first and foremost, I guess we got to address Justin first, because Outatime just put out No Boundaries, like literally a couple days ago, and Mikey's rocking the
pre-order.
Yeah. Mikey's rocking
where's
the
your
mint green shirt.
Where's your mint green shirt?
I'm rocking my Smart Punk shirt, so I gotta rep the brand somewhere. But so how's the response been for the record so far, man? I know actually I'll let you tell the story about how some Italian guy gave it favorable reviews.
Yeah. So I woke up this morning and let me see. I might be able to pull up his name because I want to give him like a proper shout out. But yeah, we Lo Simo Consiglia is this Italian guy who talks about like the scene, like the alternative scene, and he did this whole glowing review in Italian of No Boundaries. He's just like talking about No Boundaries. He's like, you got to listen to this band at a time. They sound like old Blink-182. If you're wondering how I understand Italian, I speak Portuguese and Spanish, so I kind of got the gist of it. But
he definitely hates Outatime.
He definitely hates. He's like, these fucking guys. But it was just really cool just hearing somebody in Italian just talking about. So I was like, I just like go and put emojis on the thing. I was just like heart emojis because I'm like, this guy probably doesn't speak any English. And he goes, great job on the album, guys. I was like, fuck. I was like, he does speak English. But yeah, it's been really cool just hearing everything about the album. Elder Emo podcast actually did a live react to the album. They'd never listened to it, and they sent over like a YouTube video of them live reacting to the album, which was really cool. We didn't tell them that we wrote a song about how much we hate oatmeal, so that was pretty fun to catch them off guard about that. And then like it's just I feel like we did something that a lot of pop punk bands did back in the 2000s, and we reprised the whole album with a whole bunch of our friends singing like different hooks from different songs. And it was just cool. Like one of my friends like commented, he goes on our Facebook, he goes, you didn't just reprise the whole album at the end. He's like, don't do this to me. He's like, this is too emotional right now. But yeah, we got 11 of our friends on it, and awesome. it was just a fucking blast. Like we've been holding on to this thing for a year and a half.
For sure. I know, man. And I've listened to it a couple of times. I know Mikey's listened to it a couple of times. It really is great. You guys did a fantastic job on it. The production on it sounds great. All of the just the way it's written and how kind of thoughtfully composed it is kind of refreshing. Like sometimes I think you get into bands that are a little too kind of take themselves a little too seriously and try to do a little too much. I mean, who am I to slander someone's artistic vision? But at the end of the day, you guys really came out and made a really, really great pop punk record, and it's awesome. So kudos to you guys, and definitely super pumped to hear you guys play the stuff live on the tour and at the fest, man. So really, really pumped for that. Congratulations to you and all the boys there. And then I'll kick it to my homie Seth down here. So I know I don't know if I'm supposed to say anything, but I know Sleeve is sitting on like a gold mine. I know you are. So
I'm waiting for it. I need it.
You don't have to be coy about it.
No, you
man.
can talk about it. It's all good.
But so I know
Yeah,
essentially your whole next record is written.
I'll get it in your hands. Don't worry.
Hell yeah! But so yeah, give us a little bit of insight there. So I mean, like I've heard the whole record is pretty much done. Are you guys shopping it around? Or are you guys just kind of waiting for the right time to get it out there? What's the plan for it?
Dude, I wish I knew. We were shopping around. We're doing all the things. I think the only thing we have left to do before it's ready to go is we're setting up times to take some new promos and to get the album art done. And once that's done, we're pretty much ready to throw it out in the world. But don't know about what we'll do with a label. We'll see. We might self-release it. We might do something. Who knows? I don't know. I just put bass,
hey,
man. I don't know.
But look, don't do that thing. Don't do that thing where you're like, I'm just the bassist. I don't know shit. Like, come on, man. But we're pumped. We're pumped for it. And I'm really excited to hear some of the shit played live as well. Really pumped on that. Hello, Kyle.
Hey.
I see that you're here. That's great.
I made it.
Fucking wine country safari over
here. What are you drinking? What are you drinking? A Sauvignon Blanc right now?
I'm drinking an orange Moshka from a winery that I was just at. And then we went and shot some. We were starting to shoot some clays there, and then I'm like, "Oh my god, the service disappeared." I was going to do it from outside, and here I am. I had to go back inside, so my phone died. Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to interrupt anything. My bad.
No, you're good, man.
Yeah, you didn't interrupt anything.
Yep. We're glad you're here with us. So for the introduction, that's our homie Kyle from the Crease Rule, all the way up there, being cold as shit, doing the damn thing.
Yep. Doing the damn thing.
So Walter, let me kick it to you, man. So give me a little bit of insight on what's happening with Frontside. What do you guys got cooking right now?
Well, next thing we're gonna do, we're figuring out what we're gonna do for a single. I think that's gonna be the next move. Just looking to do some of that. Do this tour. We're really looking forward to. And I mean that's really about it right now.
Cool. Yeah, awesome, man. And then Kyle down there, you guys are coming kind of hot off the heels of the EP, which I guess at this point is almost like a year old now. Is it?
I think October.
October.
So
okay,
October it will be.
It's not that bad. Not that bad.
I'd say we're getting there. Yeah,
we're getting there for sure.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So as far as the Crease Rule is concerned, what do you guys got on the horizon? Are you guys kind of hunkering down, writing some new stuff, or you're just waiting to lay it on us? What do we got going on?
We're just trying to play, I think, right now, and this is like super exciting just to come join you guys and like actually play live.
Hell yeah!
And the Canadian we got some Canadian shows, and that's just been the goal. Like since the band started, and then 2 weeks later it was like, you cannot do anything with this band, and we were like, okay. So we're gonna record. We're recording now as we speak slowly. I think we're just gonna do a couple songs at a time for the next little while. I was cool. The last EP was one of those things where I was like, let's put out 5 all at once, and who cares? Yeah. Really, we'll do maybe one single kind of thing. Mm-hmm. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, we're working on it. Yeah,
fantastic, man. And it's great. It's great to hear that everybody's got something in the pipeline cooking. Whether it's a new record or finally getting to tour on some old music that you haven't gotten the opportunity to. And, I think it's great that, this tour materialized, and I shouldn't say like materialized, because it didn't just materialize. It took, a lot of hard work to get it all to come together. It took visas and contracts and this city and that city and this city and that city. And it was a lot of work. And, I'm not going to sit here and take any credit for it at all, because I was just kind of an innocent bystander in all of this. But Mikey was really kind of a really instrumental part in getting this all taken care of, as was Justin, and as was Seth and Walter, just kind of putting everything together, making great recommendations for places to play and for putting together some shit. But I just because some of our listeners probably have never dealt with this or are ever going to deal with this again, and Mikey kind of this being his like first time doing this, I'd love for you to kind of just take a couple of minutes and talk about like some of the shit you encountered and like how you thought it was going to be versus how it was.
Is this question for me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
we deal with this shit all the time.
Yeah, let's go, Mikey.
I definitely don't envy you guys. Like being in a band trying to self-book a tour sucks. Like it really does. And you know, I truly believe in all four of these bands, and I think that all four of these bands are freaking killer. And when I pitch it to these, you know, venues and booking agents, I'm expecting them to kiss our feet because, like, no joke, these bands rip, and unfortunately, it doesn't go that way all the time. So, you know, some cities kind of have their nose up in the air, and they're like, "Oh, we don't want to take a four band tour on, and we don't want to do a package without like 2 or 3 locals." And you know, I think that this tour can do wonders with 4 bands and just 1 local or no local like band. And because I just truly believed in all the bands playing. And yeah, it's kind of a tough waiting game and lots of emails, and then like a venue will kind of lead you on and respond and then just like ghost you for no reason. And it's just like, if another tour came up or something that you thought might have been better, like just have the decency to let someone know. Like, you know, like that's when someone reaches out to the podcast, and if it's just not a good time, I'll let them know, like, hey, sorry, this is not a good time, but you know, hit us up in a couple of months. Like a quick little response. But you know, a lot of these venues kind of just lead you on, and then you're like, I think I have a hold there. Like they said that I have a hold there, but now they're not responding. And it's just like a real like waiting game when, you know, when you're dealing with things like like visas and stuff, like it kind of comes down to crunch time. So we pulled it off. If you know a great venue in Philly, slide into our DMs.
Slide into the DMs quick.
Into the DMs.
It's kind of it's really crazy to me to think about, because every city, like every date, I don't think there was one date or city that was like seamless. Like I'm pretty sure every single city we had like at least like one backup. Like
except for Orlando, that was pretty seamless.
Yeah, Orlando. I mean, thank God, Mayor Marshall, man. He just like
I was gonna say Orlando and Raleigh and even Richmond too. It was
Raleigh,
just kind
Raleigh
of like
was pretty easy.
Raleigh was easy. Yeah, I guess it was
Raleigh, Richmond, even Charleston was pretty easy once we got connected with Second Son down there.
Yeah.
He's a longtime buddy of Forbes too.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny because like it's just crazy. Like, you know, the original tour, like the way it was routed, like we were originally thinking of doing Baltimore and originally thinking of doing Charlotte and, you know, somewhere in Georgia, whether it was Atlanta, or we were talking about, you know, like for a hot second we were like, should we do, you know, like Smashville, or like should we do this and that? And it's so tough to do because realistically, you know, Mikey's sitting there trying to put all this together, but the reality of it is like, you know, if Mikey didn't know his ass from his elbow, he could have just been like, yeah, I routed you this tour. You know, your first date's in Nashville, your next one's in fucking Chicago,
Cleveland.
Your next one's in, you know, so having that peace of mind was really super important, man. So, but it came together, and that's kind of what's important about it. So, but I think it's going to be a great, you know, a great little amount of gigs for you, and that's the tour posted there. Which is dope, man. So yeah, we've got
I love it.
We're still trying to figure out Philly or South Jersey. So again, if anyone's got any recommendations there, you let us know. But we're hitting York next, the West York Inn, which is going to be a dope one. We've got Richmond, RVA, which is always a dope place to be. Raleigh, Charlotte, Charleston, and then after Charleston, we're going to be in Orlando. We're doing El Dorimo night, which is going to be a great time, and then we've got Bardown BreakFest on the 25th, which there are still some tickets available, so you should get on that while you can, because the closer we get, the harder it's going to be to get tickets to this. Because to be honest with you, Just these 4 bands alone are like going to have the capability to like sell that, to sell Wills out. And then you got to remember, like, we're adding Felicity, we're adding Brave Weather, we're adding, Gold Steps, we're adding Aim High, we're adding all of these incredible bands. So before you know it,
good.
oh God,
good.
before you know it, you're gonna be kicking yourself because you didn't get tickets. So, don't wait. I'm telling you, don't wait. Like I've always been the kind of guy who doesn't wait for tickets. As soon as tickets for something I want to see go on sale, I buy them. Because to be honest with you, the FOMO that I have from missing out on some shit like that, like, will destroy me. So I'm not going there. So if you're listening and you haven't bought tickets yet, scoop some, because you definitely don't want to miss out. And then honestly, I think just as fun as Bardown BreakFest is going to be, I think Elder Emo Night is going to be a blast too. We've got some really cool things that we're cooking up there, and I don't really know what's going to happen, but what I do know is that someone is going to play like an Alkaline Trio song that I want, and someone is going to play a Thrice song that I want. And if it doesn't happen, I'm shutting the whole shit down. So that's what I say.
Fair call.
Oh, who got Thrice over us?
Oh no, nobody got Thrice. It's just like I've made
an undertaking. That is an undertaking.
I've seen a live video of you guys playing Deadbolt, and I enjoyed it. So
what, man? Like, it was like, do we do Thrice? And I was like, no, there's so many good bands that are taking part. Like, let someone else do Thrice if they want. We'll do something easier, which I won't. Disclose right now.
Don't tell us. Yeah,
we'll do something a lot easier where you can drink a few more pints and just get through it.
Hell yeah. And I love what we got going on here, and I mostly love that, like, every time I look down at Seth's thumbnail, he's just frozen in time.
But he's like so happy though.
He's happy to be frozen in time. He's just like.
Can I just talk about Can we talk about like the chat that we have going on? I think this is the first time I've ever said it to Wumbo, and it worked. He's back on.
Oh,
he's
did
like,
he set
it? He's like, I'm flipping it upside down as we speak.
Hell yeah, he's setting it to Wumbo. I love it. Oh man, no, we got 2 sets. Oh hell yeah, love this.
This is hilarious.
Hey man, as long as we got your voice, that's fine.
That's all that matters.
We can make this
video
work.
off.
The internet's an evasive place, man. Sometimes you don't have it.
It is. It really is. So it's cool that we like get all of these, like we actually have like 6 hockey fans on here that we can kind of chat a little bit about some puck, but Justin turned to me at work and was just like, what just happened? And I'm still scratching my head because and it's bigger than Islanders news because it just kind of blows me away. But Trotz is out.
Yeah.
10
what the hell happened?
I don't know.
My mind is blown.
Well, hopefully the Oilers pick him up. But
yeah, right. Seriously.
1 year, like 1 year. That's it.
And to be honest with you, and like it was a bad year, but like
it wasn't even a bad year. It was a bad half a year.
Yeah,
like
so much of that.
Yeah.
So much of that year, like, just wasn't. When you start the game, when you start the season, 13 road games in a row, and then as soon as you get off of that, COVID decimates the team, and then you're dealing with injuries, and you're trying to figure out your lines because 25 games into the season, a bunch of people are.
Tom, before you continue, I want to say this because I hear it every podcast, and I want to say it. We're not an Islanders podcast.
We're not an Islanders podcast.
We're not an Islanders podcast.
This is some fuckery.
Prequel.
We're a Bridgeport Islanders podcast now.
Oh God, geez.
Let's go Bridgeport Islanders.
I thought this was a Leafs podcast. That's the only reason I'm here right now. Ooh.
Do you want to admit that? What's this whole thing? You're.
I thought it was a Toronto Maple Leafs podcast. That's why
the
I got
London Knights podcast.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yo, isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy that like in today's like the game's speeding up and people are firing coaches before they're firing their best players, and I think it's amazing where like with COVID and all this stuff, it's making it even harder to be a coach now because there's no room for error. Like
No,
this is it
none.
blows my mind that Trotz got dumped after all of this crap. Like I feel bad for the guy, man. Like I feel bad for the guy.
And he had 2 phenomenal seasons on the Islanders.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, like the guy took a group of players who, like, you know, truthfully, like, you know, where would you see like the second and third line guys, like if they were on other teams, like third or fourth line, maybe, you know, like they're just like not perennial contenders. They're just not, like, as much as they wowed us in a couple of seasons, and they still have so many things to put together. But the reality of it is Trotz came in and made it work with, you know, a bunch of guys who kind of like banded together, knowing that like none of them are really the cream of the crop. You know, I mean, and granted, like, don't get me wrong, you know, there are some great players on that team. Adam Pelech is fantastic. You know, you got a guy like Noah Dobson who's coming into his own. You know, you've got, but like, I think the problem with the team is like you got guys that are streaky. You got, you know, a guy like Pajot who, like, you know, lit the team on fire, but, you know, kind of got really cold, you know. And then you've got, you've got a dude like Bavillier who, like, you know, what's keeping him around? You know, is he realistically, you know, a chip on the block to get, you know, like a Tarasenko or, you know, whoever the hell they're going to go after this season? Who knows? But, you know, there were a lot of good things about the Islanders season that, you know, are now being completely eclipsed by the fact that they dumped Trotz. And it's kind of crazy because, you know, we as Islander fans could be sitting here talking about, you know, Dobson having a great season and, you know, like Brock having a great season and you know, and you know, Anders coming back and having a good season,
and not losing to Tampa in the postseason.
Yeah, right. Because we didn't even get a fucking chance to. And you know, like, and Sorokin, man, like, you know, what a season for Sorokin. But it's all of this stuff is just going to unfortunately fly under the radar now that like this is the sensationalized thing, right? So it sucks. Kind of sucks as an Islander fan right now, but, you know, time will tell, right?
So I want to jump in real quick. Kyle, can you tell us what you have been doing before games in Toronto?
Just making sure that I shower because I sweat a lot before games. Showering up.
No, aren't you like playing before games?
Oh yeah. We're at the games. Yeah, we but I definitely, like, I try to stay clean. Like, it gets playoff hockey, man. It gets pretty intense. The Scotiabank Arena has been for me and my buds, like, it's been a home to us for years. Last like 3 or 4 minus COVID. So I guess if you were to go back 2 years, it's been 3 years already. But we I run a nice little company that does you know, party band stuff, cover band stuff, country covers. And I mean, I guess I've just stuck it out in Toronto long enough that I got a pretty sweet contract with MLSE. So like we get to get in there and play in between the periods and kind of entertain people on the 300 level. And Molson picks up the tab, and they're the best. And they, you know, you get paid to be at the games, and it's like a dream come true because I've been a Leaf fan my whole life. And all I thought was like, you know, I've been a musician long enough. Wouldn't it be cool if we combine the two somehow? And then it just kind of like fell in my lap at age 28. So yeah, so we just got the call after COVID. We just got the call to come back, which is hilarious. And I texted my buddy. I'm like, "Yo, we're back. We're going back." And he couldn't believe it. And we were there for the game. And Leafs got bit there 5-3. But it's the atmosphere was a little better than it's been in past years. Like we were there against Boston. We were there for the Washington situation, and like last few years, just with the building not rallying behind the team like we expected to. Like it's not a real playoff environment in the past. It's kind of frustrating, to be honest with you. It's not, you know, the days of old are gone. But the last game we were at, and obviously game 1, the crowd was the first star. Just how exciting it's been to be, I guess, maybe back in the rink for a playoff game for all these people. Like, it's been loud and it's been insane, man. Like, it's been just like, I'm like, everyone's ravenous for the action, and like you don't see that. Usually it fills up with suits pretty quick, and then you know, they're all bringing their clients to the games, and it gets really quiet. Just gets kind of quiet. So like that in Vancouver, those are the 2 places in Canada where I'm like, this is just this is a suit environment. So, but yeah, we get to play at the games. It's great. It's sick.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think, have you slipped in any Crease Rule songs?
No, but you know what I've done? I've we play a set at the end of the game while people are kind of going by us, kind of going hitting the exit outside of the bar that we're in, which it's like an open bar in the 300, so you could like sit in your seats or go up to the bar that we're in. And
cool.
I've slipped in a couple No Effect songs. You always got to do Basket Case by Green Day. Some of that stuff. Yeah,
Love
a lot of Weezer, a lot of Jimmy Eat World, like stuff like that. People, it's surprising how many people recognize. What's a really funny one though is Nana, Why Don't You get a Job by Offspring.
Oh, yeah.
It's hilarious. Like we'll play like a Luke Bryan song, and then I'll go and play that real quick. And you would think people are going to be like, they're going to walk away. No, they stop. They love that shit. It's hilarious. So yeah, man, it's been good. It's been a blessing. I'm continually privileged in the city of Toronto with like just being here for years, like being able to be involved in music. And yeah, you got to sneak in those punk covers though, man. You got to sneak them in. No Crease Rule though. We get fired. We get fired if there's Crease Rule.
I guess I could just shift this over to Walter too, because it's been a few years since you've been on the podcast, because Walter actually got to do this with Frontside, where he played for, the intermission for the Carolina Hurricanes.
That is so sick.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Walt, for people that are just tuning in and didn't hear that interview, like, just quickly, like, what do you remember from that experience? And, do you have people all these years later who like now come to your shows in Raleigh and like, I actually found out about you guys because of that show at PNC?
Well, I remember them putting us in one of the nicer boxes there. That was kind of them.
Hell yeah.
In the second intermission, I ended up breaking a string during one of the songs. I remember that vividly.
Vividly. Sweat rolling down.
What string was it? I'm just curious.
It was the G string.
Yeah, it was.
Dude, that's tough because like when you break your G string, you're like all those like power chords that you want to play, like on those A, D, and G strings, you can't. Seth just like laughed.
Try breaking
I just see his little fucking circle just laughing.
I was pretty fucked. But I had another guitar off to the side. It was in a different tuning, but I just grabbed it,
fucking ran with it
while I was singing along, just to do what I could. But
got to do what you can. Yeah,
we can't get at the end. We saved the song.
Love it.
Yeah, so I remember that, and it's funny enough, I'm dating someone who was at that Hurricanes game. But I mean, this was before we even got to know each other, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I remember. I was actually at the game that y'all were playing." So
that's pretty cool.
That's
pretty interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure if we gained any new fans from that, but maybe we did. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm sure.
I mean,
time though. Yeah,
that's awesome. Speaking of the Canes, did you guys catch like the whole Marchand like calling Tony D'Angelo a racist like a bunch of times on the ice?
What's that all about?
Well, he's not wrong.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
Yeah, but just D'Angelo in general, like I thought he was done. I thought he was cooked, and then he's back, and then of all people, Marchand is the one fucking dragging him out, dragging him through the mud. I love it.
Calling his ass out. It's unbelievable, man. It's hockey just has so much personality, man. It's just like you can't help but like smile at that kind of shit, man. You're just like, what the fuck is going on right now? Love it.
Yeah. How long have y'all been into hockey, everybody?
Oh God, jeez.
A long
was
time.
Like 5 or 6.
Yeah,
so
I would say
like
I would
30
say
years.
probably almost 30 years. I was 6 or 7.
I think it was 8, and I went to go see Van Beesbrook play with the Panthers.
Ooh,
that's sick.
Yeah, it was the Avs. It was the Avs run with the Stanley Cup, and I got to go on the ice.
Oh, that's amazing! No way.
Yeah, it was
No
really
way.
who else was on that Florida team? Was that like Scott Mellenby?
I think so.
And
I'm
like,
trying to remember.
It was pre-Pavel Bure.
Yeah. Sure was. I think Bure was still on the Canucks. At
that
point.
was years. Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah. No, man.
That was a stacked team.
Was Jovo on that team?
He might have been. Yeah, Jovanovski might have been. And then I think I'm trying to think of who else. Was Brindamore on the team at that point?
No, I'm like looking right now just to
like
see.
nobody cares about that team because the Avalanche beat them in the final. Like everyone just thinks of the Avalanche.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, but I think that Van Beesbrook was the one guy where everyone like he made the cover of NHL '97. I think was it '97? Yeah, super sick.
Niedermeyer was on that team.
Oh,
Fitzgerald.
Niedermeyer.
Rob Niedermeyer, right?
Yeah, Numberovsky was on
Yeah.
the team. Brian Skurdlin was the captain.
Brian Scroodland.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Where the fuck are you, Kyle? What is that?
I'm in the mountains,
That's the
boys.
place
That's
you have a-
fucking
That's a place you have a
BC,
wine
bud.
for right there.
Can you guys see that?
Yeah, that's fucking.
And that's
BC.
not a green screen.
No,
That's
I
just
can't.
No.
I don't know how I'm doing the things I do nowadays at age 33. I should be either in a coffin or in some sort of wood shop, but like I get to do cool shit.
Or
And
some
like I'm
kind
in
of
the,
wood shop.
yeah, man. I'm having a great time out in Rock Creek, BC right now with my buddy. His family ranch. They're dairy farmers. They just got a brand new ranch, and we're out here just jamming and doing our thing. It's amazing.
Love that.
Yeah,
I'll
dude.
tell my only drink oat milk.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't wait for you guys to see all the signs in Georgia with the dairy farmers, the nut milk, not milk. I was like, you're right.
Like-
Nut milk isn't milk.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna. Yeah.
It's,
Wow.
It's cum.
Hey, at least it doesn't make me have diarrhea.
Hey, man, I love a
This
good
is
almond
true.
milk. Yeah, I love.
Oh,
a good
yeah.
almond milk.
Good almond milk is good, man. A good cashew milk too, even like
Oat milk.
Nice and-
Oh, they're all good milks. All milks
Yeah.
are for the most part. There's a few weird ones though, like cashew milks.
cashew milk. I like it. It's
Hit or
creamy.
miss.
It's creamy. I've had macadamia milk before. That's a little weird.
What?
Yeah.
I never.
We
even
don't
heard
get
of
that in Canada. No,
No, I mean, look, you got to remember any nut can be milked.
He's got to squeeze it hard enough.
Well done.
It's got to milk it.
yeah,
Well done.
but yeah.
That's your
So
fun fact of the day.
That's your
Yes.
fact of the day.
I just love it. I just love that. Like I can't see Seth, but whenever he talks, his little white bubble just like reverberates.
Sparks
It's just like. Boop, boop. Seth, how you doing over there, bud? You hanging in there?
Dude, I'm fighting for my life right now. I have my phone sitting on top of my router. I don't know what the fuck else to do at this point.
This is like a Howard Stern bit. Like this is literally like a call.
I just imagine you like sitting there with like your router in one hand, just like banging it against like a piece of furniture, just like give me the gigs, give me the gigahertz.
The Howard Stern bit is trying to figure out how the fuck Tom, who got out of work at 5:30, got to Chicago in 3 hours for this podcast.
I'm in Chicago
Wow.
right now, hanging out with my friend Chick Magnet Punk.
Not practicing Crease Rule songs.
Look, I tried that already, and then I got a Mr. Deeds foot, dude, and that was the end of it.
But
I did. That's the end of it,
I love it.
The Quasimodo Nick to the Mr. Deeds foot.
dude.
Sounds
I've
Gross.
been feeling it. I've been
Yeah.
feeling it. But I'll tell you what, I just stepped on the scale and I'm at like 288. So
There we
dude,
go.
I'm losing lubes all over the place. The
Attaboy.
LBs are going.
Oh,
You know,
man,
like
you
even I got this Smart Punk shirt is like a 3X and it's all like fucking big on me, you know. So
This is wild.
it's a great time to have one foot. It's a good time for that. But don't you guys worry. By the time Bardown BreakFest rolls around, I will hopefully have two working foots, as they say, foots. But hey, listen, you know what else is just as good as two working foots? And that's DraftKings. And check this out. The pursuit for the Stanley Cup is on. And DraftKings Sportsbook, of course, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, has an unbelievable offer for the most exciting playoffs in sports. And new customers can bet just $5 on any team to win and get $100 in free bets. And that's no matter what, win or lose. So if you're looking to turn a small bet into a big payday during the playoffs, you can do that with the same game parlays. It's really cool. You can create your own parlay by combining multiple bets, like which team will win, how many goals will be scored, and more. It's like prop bets. I used to do them for every Super Bowl. It's great. You could probably bet on what flavor of Gatorade gets dumped on a coach. That's fucking cool. And DraftKings, of course, safe, secure, reliable, and best of all, you can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want. So, as always, THPN is the promo code. That's for the Hockey Podcast Network. So go download the DraftKings Sportsbook right now. Bet $5 on any NHL team to win and get $100 in free bets, no matter what. You can't beat that. And again, that's THPN. That's the code. Use our code at DraftKings Sportsbook. They're an official sports betting partner of the NHL. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details.
Boom.
I'm getting better
Good
at
job.
that every day.
Good job.
Better at that every day.
Tom, how's your room? How's your room?
Oh
today?
well, that's why I'm in Chicago.
Filled out.
Did you clean your room?
Oh no, of course I didn't.
He's on a paddle boat in Lake Michigan right now.
Yeah, I did not clean. Well, I'll tell you
Hiding
what. The
behind his
room,
backdrop.
room is cleaner. Room is cleaner than normal. However, still not clean. But I'm moving in I'm moving in 2 weeks.
Where's your towel? Is your towel still hanging on the door, or like did you move?
No,
it?
that's
Towel's on the bed.
Towels
Definitely
on
on
the
the
bed.
bed.
All
It's
wet,
wet
like
on the bed.
getting
Wet
covered
on the
all
bed.
The worst thing about my room right now probably is what's the worst thing about it? No, I don't know. I think it's pretty okay, but still a little messy.
Yeah.
Take
But-
the background off then.
Yeah, I mean,
Post-traumatic
Do it.
stress, though.
I'll-
He knew
I'll-
you were coming on, Kyle.
I'll
and he was
do
like,
it. I'll
Yeah,
do
he's
it.
like,
I'll
he's gonna
show
ask
you.
me about my fucking room. I know.
He's gonna ask me
He's
for
like,
There it
Kyle's
is.
been drinking.
Not
He puts
bad.
the backdrop. Oh, there it is. Yes, Tom's room.
It's not
Hold
as
on, let me get a
not
look
as
at it.
bad as usual, you know. It's still
Nope.
got the little things back there. I got
Still got
this
your
thing.
sheet groove, same groove from where you
Sheet grooves, of course,
Good.
man. It's all about the grooves. I got my blue blanket
Looks
right
like you
there.
cleaned up your dresser there a bit.
He's
Just
got
I did.
corduroy sheets.
I did a little
Attaboy.
bit.
Yeah.
So but yeah, so I'm moving to like the downtown Orlando area, which is dope. I'm going back to Chicago because it's windy. But yeah, so I'm moving in 2 weeks, and after we move, we're moving into like a smaller apartment. It's still going to be a 2-1, but what we're doing is I'm going to take my computer setup out of the bedroom and I'm going to put it in the spare bedroom, and like I'm going to actually have like it set up so that like I have my desk and a wall behind me, so I can finally hang up my Bardown flag, which I've got, and some of my other shit. So I'll finally have like a nice, cool looking setup. It only took me 3 years and like 130 episodes to know what the hell I'm doing.
So Tom's officially going to be like 6 minutes from the venue in Orlando. So we're all just going to fucking crash in this 2-1.
I was gonna say, like, so you're saying we have less space to crash at your place now.
You have less space, but I mean, look, if you guys need to, you can crash. It'll be great.
Will it?
Yeah, no, I mean, it'll be.
Kyle's going to clean your room.
I'm gonna clean your fucking room.
That's fine. I mean, like, you gotta. If I don't know how many people are going to be able to fit in my new apartment with all the records that I have. So
Why'd you say
So
under
you're
the
saying
flag?
we're getting a vinyl showing. We're getting
yeah, oh yeah. I mean, like, dude,
Good.
I
Good.
what did I just obtained some records today. Actually, I bought a copy of Young New England by Transit, which is why I was listening to Transit before the show
nice.
started.
That's cool. I've never heard that. So I would like.
You've
to
never
hear
heard?
that.
Have you heard?
Never
You
heard-
never heard Transit? Ooh,
No,
buddy.
I've never really dabbled. No, in
That's
that album.
sick.
No.
whoa.
Oh,
That's
That's
man.
okay. That's
I
okay.
got
No,
Joe
it-
on speed dial.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Really?
all he'd do is if you called him right now, he'd be like, "Oh, Young New England's great record. Mr. Shrimp is my cat," and I'd just be like, "Oh, good, all right, fucking Mr. Shrimp." That's what happened. We had him on the show once, and he talked sort of like a little bit about '90s hockey because he didn't know like all that much about hockey. Then he started talking about his cat. He was like, "Yeah, I've got a cat named Mr. Shrimp," and I was like, "Oh, okay." That's cool. You have a cat named Mr. Business, though, right, Justin?
I do have a cat named Mr. Business. Yep.
Mr. Business. I love
I
it.
don't know where he is right now. Oh, here he is. He's laying down
Mr.
on
Wait
the
a
bed.
second. You took down your Christmas tree.
I did.
Shit.
I took it down. I took it down April 1st.
Wow.
I
Wow.
thought it would be hilarious to
All
pull
right.
it down
I love
April
that.
Fool's Day.
Man, you should have just kept it up.
Yeah, like there's not even a chirp for that. Like it's just like
Mikey
Wow.
and I have been on Zoom calls at least 3 to 4 times since I've taken it down, and this is the first
this
time
guy
he's
loves
noticed.
Christmas. That's why I can't believe that's wild. That's wild.
It turned
That's
into
what-
it turned into a Valentine's Day tree, then like a
See?
Martin Luther King Day tree.
Did you put
That's what
red
you gotta
lights
do.
on it at Valentine's Day? Like,
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Love that. I love that, man. I love it. It's really, really, it's fucking great.
St. Patrick's Day tree.
No, it's,
It's
like,
already
it's all
green.
green.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yo, are you gonna have Outatime jerseys ready for when we get down there?
I will have them on the road.
Oh,
So I don't think I can legally discuss it, but I will legally discuss it with you off air.
So stoked. This is sick. This is sick.
But yes, I will have 7 at a time jerseys on the road. If
I'll give you
people
a gentle
don't buy
kiss on the
them.
forehead for one.
Yeah, a soft caress on
A
the
soft
wrinkles of the
caress.
forehead. Yeah. Like a gentle kiss on the forehead.
I wish I had like an infinite supply of money. Like I would just like create jerseys for this whole tour and just be like,
Man, it would be so sick. Me too. I thought the same thing. I thought the same
Yeah.
thing.
I know it's just like you know, I mean, what is money anyway? Like we just keep printing it, you know, like it just
It's a construct.
yeah, it used to be, you know, like dogs don't care about money. They don't understand that shit. They don't care.
Pretty meaningless, right? Pretty
It's
meaningless.
so money's so crazy in Canada they call it loonies.
Loonies and doonies.
Loonies and doonies.
Fivers, fucking 10 spots, bud. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. It's all useless.
Fuck.
It's all fucking useless commodities up here.
Yeah,
We can't do anything up here, man. We can't do anything up
we
here.
should get back. We should get back to bartering. You know, that's really what it is. Like
We should.
I've got 3 barrels of wheat, and you've got 6 goats. So
Alligator named Pete.
there it is.
I've got
man.
some rich soil from the BC interior that I will trade you for an Outatime jersey.
See, that's good.
There's
You can
some-
grow
There's
anything.
There's some special grass out in the BC area you could trade.
There is.
Anything.
There is.
Ooh.
Sure beats those dispensaries, I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to chirp a dispensary. They got the shit, but like they're out here.
That
It's
pure
like,
organic BC
yeah,
grass.
it's a different demon out here. It's a different demon, man. It's great.
That's where Seth Rogen goes. He's so good. He makes pots.
Yeah, I had to go pick my brother up earlier because he ran 3 kilometers up this mountain there, and I had the side by side. I had to go grab him because there was a cougar a few 100 meters away. He's like, "Yo, bro, I'm not moving." He's like, "Come get me with the side by side. I'll scare him away."
I don't know what the fuck a metric system is.
Oh, sorry. So
I knew that was coming. I knew, like, as soon as you said kilometers, everyone's like,
The fuck
all right.
is it?
So in the rest
Carry
of the
the
world terms,
one-
yeah, that was about 100 feet away there. About 120 feet away there.
Seth
I
is
love
losing it.
Yeah. What the fuck is a metric?
there was this viral like video that like was on the internet like a bunch of years ago. It was like this dude who's taking a hike somewhere, like I think in the Pacific Northwest, and a fucking cougar or like a mountain lion just like stalked him for like almost like a mile.
It's scary, man, because you turn,
Straight-
if you turn your back to them, they follow you, and then
Yeah.
if you turn to them, they stop.
Yep.
So
and that's
like,
literally
yeah.
that's literally what's happened. He was filming the thing like striding backwards, and like it wouldn't stop. It was like moving at like a snail's pace. So like he would take like 5 strides and it would take like 1 stride, and then like he would like go to like shift his position or turn around, and the thing would just like dart close to him.
It's like the ghost from Super Mario Brothers.
Exactly
it's
like
weird.
them, dude. The fucking booze, you know. It's crazy. I like sometimes like I thank God that like the worst thing we got. Hey, it's the tour poster
Okay,
again.
all right.
Mikey's like, let's put
I
that
love
up
that
again.
poster. I love that poster.
It's great,
Continue,
right?
Tom. Continue,
So
Tom.
it's like, you know, in Orlando, like all we have to worry about is like the occasional like alligator somewhere.
We got cougars, but they're in the bars.
Yeah, that's right.
You just have a Florida man. That's all. You
Yeah,
have a
That's
Florida
true.
man.
Got a Florida man.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's probably way worse than a cougar. Like at the end of the day, like there's a cougar who will maul you, or there's like a dude who's like high on bath salts that will
Just-
maul you.
yeah,
So
Just
like
Patty
it's-
Maroon hiding in the alleyways in a Hawaiian
100%.
shirt.
Your tribe is
around.
worldwide popular, like worldwide. Like everyone knows about a Florida man. Like everyone's nervous about going down there for sure.
what do you guys got in Richmond? Nope.
In Richmond.
They got some
he
Edgar
said-
Allan Poe shit.
I literally as soon as I said, "Hey, what's going on in Richmond?" He was like, "I'm gonna go fuck off." You know,
Burger King.
Burger King.
yeah, Burger Kings are good, right? Yeah,
You guys have Waffle Houses? I feel like there's Waffle Houses everywhere.
We have Waffle Houses and Huddle Houses.
What the fuck is a Huddle House?
It's like a Waffle
The
House,
same
but
thing.
it's the same thing. Yeah.
Oh, the sign's not high on the highway. It's like shorter.
No, they're right across the street from each other in some places.
Oh shit. Let's go.
Dude,
Uh,
Mikey's got like the like trifecta. He's got fucking Bojangles.
Oh no, man.
He's got
Cookout.
cookouts, I think,
Yeah,
That's
he's got
sick.
cookouts up
Let's
there.
go. That's sick.
but he doesn't eat any of it.
Mike,
He
just
just-
Probably for the best.
So Tom can confirm this, but so at
Fuck
work
my wife.
at work I just watch cooking shows like
Yeah,
while I
it's true.
eat lunch.
Yeah.
And there's a bomb ass barbecue shop right across the street from the venue in South Carolina.
Dude, do it.
And I
Oh,
was
yeah?
so stoked.
let's
for
go,
that.
boys. I'm
It's
coming
like
down just for the
walking
barbecue.
distance.
Yep.
So I just want to clarify. I know it says that it's at a tin roof. And like people here in North Carolina, like probably think like, oh, the chain tin roof.
No,
It is not associated with the chain tin roofs
at all.
Do not
Oh,
think
okay.
it's a lame chain venue. Like this place looks legit.
It's
It
an
looks so
actual
sweet.
tin roof. You will
Listen,
get
Mikey,
tetanus.
You gotta watch your mouth. We have a coworker who like lives and dies by the tin roof code.
Oh man,
And if she ever listens to this podcast, which she won't, because I don't
think she knows what a podcast is, even though she
um,
loves Audible.
Yeah. She's just like, she's like, yep, going to Tin Roof again this Saturday. They got a cover band playing Dierks Bentley songs, and like that's
And he
like
does
what
backflips off his keyboard.
oh dude, like what's his name? Like Justin Pierre. He likes to do those. Speaking of Justin
Miller Lite for $6, bud.
Oh yeah, so good. But yeah, you know, and I'm kind of like I'm interested to see like just because like I'm not really super familiar with like the Charleston scene. I kind of like am really interested in to seeing how that show goes. You know,
Well,
think
it's
that's
at the
gonna be
right
cool.
spot. We got the right local support. I think it's
Yeah.
going to be a hit. I think
Hell
We're gonna
yeah.
be like right by the water too. Actually, I think.
there
Yeah.
it is.
it's going to
love
be
that.
hot as hell though.
Oh
Like,
yeah, it's the South.
Charleston, yeah, but Charleston is just like a different kind of hot. I don't know, man. It's like the,
Wait-
the sun.
Have you been to Orlando?
Oh, yeah, wait till you get to Orlando.
It's like the surface of the sun down here, bud.
I know. And so tell me,
Disgusting.
how bad is Disney going to be? Because I'm going to Disney like the Monday after.
I mean, June it's not gonna be terrible, but
No, it's gonna be terrible. Trust me. If you think that you can get away with not powdering your testicles probably at least 5 to 6 times during your day, I'm sorry to tell you. You're honestly you're better off like going like Kaylee style and just wearing a diaper the whole time.
Wow. I powder my nuts every day, no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah, and and he
I'll do it.
lives in the frozen tundra, so like you have to imagine that it's gonna be insane. But
These
You know-
shoes are going to be so fucked for this,
so
boys.
this isn't a paid sponsorship, but Manscaped sells a testicular deodorant that you could put on. That's what I
Oh,
use
yeah?
on tour.
No way.
Yeah, I use
The
it on tour. You can-
antiperspirant?
Yes, an antiperspirant. You
That
just
can't
put
be
it-
good for your
You
balls.
put it on your undercarriage.
Oh, I don't know.
It's made specifically for the undercarriage.
How much aluminum's in it?
yeah, I was gonna say that's the thing, man.
It's
It'll
just
stop your
aluminum
balls from
foil that you
shedding.
put on.
Yeah, clogs your pores.
Yeah, aluminum. You know, even though like I use deodorant with aluminum like every single day, they say it's not good for you.
Yeah, I stopped,
not-
man. Yo, I
Yeah.
used to get my elbows my armpits used to get fucked up from aluminum deodorant, and I just
Oh,
stopped.
yeah?
I switched back to deodorant. It's better. It's never changed back to that
Awesome.
bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
that could be rough, man. That could be rough.
We're
But-
really getting into the health tangents here all of a sudden. So
Yeah.
Just
right.
use cornstarch, man. Just get some cornstarch.
yeah. Cornstarch.
Make a nice roux.
I feel
Yeah.
like Vegas. Yo, I was in Vegas. I was on a rooftop for a couple days there, and it hit some unprecedented heats I felt. And I feel like Florida, you add that humidity, and it's even worse. Like,
Mhm.
yeah,
His name was Doug in the past life. His friends locked him on the roof.
yeah.
I gotta tell you, that's like one of the things about Florida that just like kind of does make it brutal. Like it's just, you know, you'll get like 90 degrees and it'll be like 85% humidity. So you just feel like you take a step and you're just like soaked.
Drenched.
And then the worst thing about it is like, so like 4 o'clock rolls around and you eventually get this like gnarly thunderstorm that like will cool things down. And then, you know, like it gets a little bit better, but it's just like those thunderstorms can be brutal. Can be really
Yeah,
brutal.
no doubt.
Yeah, man. So, anyways, just touching on the tour again. So, again, we talked about a little bit in the beginning, but you know, just to shift through it again, you've got the 18th of June through the 25th of June. You got Outatime, Sleeve, Frontside, and the Crease Rule, ripping gigs all the way down the East Coast. Landing in Orlando, Florida, sunny Orlando, Florida for Bardown BreakFest on the 25th. So I guess the question I have, and I'll ask each one of you, and you could either answer this as earnestly as you want or as maybe as not earnestly as you want. But you know, like really, like what is your ultimate goal, like out of this tour? Like, do you like? Are you just looking to like get through it with an extra dollar to your name, or like are you, you know, looking forward to a specific date or a specific show or getting to do anything cool? Like, what are you looking for? I guess I'll start with my man Walter here.
I was kind of hoping we could take over the world with this one.
I think you will. I think you can and you will.
Yeah, I mean that's my priority. But
Should always
other
be.
than that, I mean, you know, I'm excited for these bands to come to Raleigh. We always have a good time.
Yeah.
And yeah, just meeting people, meeting whoever comes out of these shows. I mean, we don't go to a lot of these cities often, so I'm excited for the whole thing, really.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Let's shift to Justin here. What are you looking for as far as tour experiences are concerned?
I don't know. I'm looking forward to a lot of people shit talking our van.
What's wrong with your van?
It's so shitty.
Everyone van shames us.
I know. I can't wait to ride in it.
It's gonna be so
I
much
love
fun.
shitty vans. I'll probably love your van.
Oh, it's so fun. I think we're gonna fix the door though before we go.
Hell yeah.
No.
He goes, no.
So when we were driving up 95, I fell asleep laying down, and we're all fucking tall as shit in there. And so our door is technically on like one hinge, but it closes and opens just fine. You just gotta like push it a little bit to give it a nice little open. And we have the screw. The screw's just lost somewhere in like the chassis. We just gotta pull it out. But I accidentally like kicked it when I was sleeping, and the door kind of started coming open on 95, and we're just like, oh shit, and we all like fucking closed it really quick, and we had to make sure we locked it, because if we lock it, it doesn't open anymore. But
sounds like you got it figured out.
But there's a system to it. But
Yeah,
you know
just
what?
get a string. Hold it with the string as you're sleeping.
Tony was freaking out when he was sitting in the passenger seat, because he's like, I hear the entire world outside when I'm sitting in the passenger seat. But you know, it gives you these life experiences, and that's what I'm trying to get on this tour, is who's gonna fall out of the van.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And I think it's gonna be a fun one. It'll be like Russian roulette, but falling out of the van.
And then Kyle, what about you? How many like different like American stereotypes are you trying to really experience?
Well, I'm firstly, like I am looking forward to exchanging all the good stuff that Outatime's sharing with us, like a ride and whatnot. I'm looking forward to like smuggling my tools across the border, fixing their van for them as we tour. They'll be very thankful by the time
they'll reupholster it.
Yeah. I've offered to drive the whole route, but they've said, no, we'll take shifts. So just like, to be honest with you, like I'm just looking forward to, returning as many favors as possible from these beauties. And I think the most part is like the bands that I've met, and like all these, you guys are all so cool, but like also the bands are so good. And, Canada has a tendency to, I guess, drown bands in their sorrows before they ever go anywhere, and most of our I guess like attention and streaming is obviously from the United States, and just kind of the, I guess maybe the genre or cool like sections of the US, and we're just looking forward to just getting out there and playing, and kind of just letting people know that we're not just a Canadian band that's like, hey, all we do is, drink, play hockey. Like there's a lot more to it. But mostly that's what it is, just drinking and playing hockey. Yeah. But yeah, super stoked to meet everyone. Every band that's on the BreakFest is something to definitely shake a stick at. So that's what the most exciting thing is. We have to step our game up. Like I'm taking time, I'm definitely setting the limit to maybe one JMO shot and a pint before we go on, instead of like the usual 2 or 3 JMO shots and a pint. So you got to really make sure that you keep your chops up. The boys here, like we're actually all really looking forward to showing everyone that we're not just drunk Canadian hosers. That's it.
Hell yeah.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're fine.
So many good
They-
bands down there. Looking forward to it, boys.
Here in Orlando,
Awesome.
they call it a sad boy. It's a pint of PBR and a shot of JMO.
Oh boy, I'm so sad. That's sad.
That's and that's going to be a delicious thing. And so, guys, this has been great because mostly just because we shot the shit for an hour, and that's kind of all I really wanted to do. Seth,
Seth's back.
You're back for like 30 seconds.
Hey, Seth.
Seth, tell me, what's one thing you're trying to get out of this tour, bro?
Come on, Seth.
You got it, man.
I know you got this, dude.
Push through, Seth.
I know it's tough.
Come on, Seth.
Nope.
All right,
Babe,
cool.
Babe, come on.
Just
babe.
message to us. Message to us.
He just we're screenshotting messages and trying to put them on the message on this.
So, just so you guys know, even though we didn't get much out of Seth on this episode because of his terrible Wi-Fi, Sleave is nothing like his terrible Wi-Fi. Sleave fucking rips.
Boys, how good is Sleave? That fucking band is so good.
It's so good.
They're so
I remember
fucking good.
being so pissy because like I listened to the last Sleave record and I turned to Justin like one day at work and I'm like, you know if that Sleave record ever made it onto like vinyl? And he's like, I don't think so. And I'm like, that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
That really sucks.
That fucking sucks.
Sleeve was the last band we played with before COVID hit. We played with
It
them
really
in-
does suck.
Oh, there he
You'll,
is.
you'll get there, bro. You're gonna get there, brother.
Come on,
Before you know it, you're just gonna be like, I got too many of these records. I got too many records on me. Got too much shit on me.
Too much shit on me.
What the fuck is going on right now? Seth, breathe in. Breathe. Deep breaths.
Fucking shit on me.
Too much fucking shit. Yeah, see, someone else knew about that.
Seth, before the Wi-Fi gets out, like, what are you excited for on this tour?
Dude, I feel like if I breathe, it's gonna shit out again. I don't know what to do.
Go. We heard everything.
It's so funny.
It's gone, I guess.
Everyone enjoys me leaving and entering and leaving and entering and leaving and entering.
Dude,
And
that was
leaving and entering.
that's the best thing about this whole episode was your constant leaving and constant entering.
Nice little running game.
Yeah, it was great. So let's end this.
Yeah.
Let's end this nightmare right now. Walter for Frontside, Justin for Outatime, Kyle for the Crease Rule, and Seth coming and going for Sleeve. We appreciate all you guys. We are so stoked for this tour. We are so stoked for Bardown BreakFest. We can't wait to hang with you guys.
Sorry, baby.
Enjoy some great music and have a fucking great time. So, and hopefully by the time this tour happens, what is it? Fucking playoffs might even be over. I don't know. It might
No,
still
I
be
don't
going
know.
on.
I think this will be going on.
Who knows,
Yeah.
man? We might have a Bardown Breakdown. Might have like a Game 7 fucking.
Imagine we
something.
go to a Florida game or a Tampa game, maybe.
Oh, dude. I mean, the
a
world is
possibility.
your oyster.
I won't set
Who
foot
knows?
in a Tampa game, but
He'll just stand outside of Amelie the whole time.
He's not
Yep.
setting foot in this podcast either.
Yeah. What do you do, Seth? What do you do?
And he's gone.
Yeah,
and
he's
he's
gone.
gone.
We lost him.
All right, boys. Love you all. Thank you so much for doing this. We will catch you all out there on the road, killing it, doing the thing. For Mikey and I, Bardown Breakdown, we thank you for listening to another episode, and we'll catch you next week.
All right.
So for that,
Cheers,
adios.
Thank you. Cheers,
Thank you, guys.
Take care, boys.